We spotted this abandoned synagogue and we weren't sure if we could get inside, but then the door was unlocked. This is looking dangerous here. This one says 1896, 97. As it turned out, it's like a big flea pandemic at the moment.
Yesterday I counted, it's about 300 by now.
300 bites. It would pretty much suck to have them with us on our trip when we leave. I mean, it would be probably a reason to abort this whole trip. Today is the car repair day. We're heading to the big city now, Timișoara, where there's the workshop. As nice as this place is, we would also love to see more of Romania. So let's hope this car can be fixed and we can go up to the mountains.
Today is the day we're going to check the whole cooling system. It already was done in Germany, but I'm not sure if they did a good job. So still a few possibilities why the cooling system isn't able to work properly. That's like the first step to fix the car, fix the problem.
Our Russian four-wheel drive's overheating issues had already crushed the goal of reaching our dream destination of Albania the summer before. Now, on our second attempt, it seemed like we had to give up once again. Instead of making it to the Balkans, we found ourselves stranded on a farm in rural Romania, still nowhere near Albania. As if a broken-down vehicle wasn't enough, we had yet another problem creeping up on us. For the past few days, we had been battling a growing infestation of fleas.
Till tries to avoid bringing them into the car. But he's a good host for them. That's why they are coming all the time. They like Till, but they don't like me. So I like to stay around Till so they jump on him and not on me.
And it's fucking everywhere. So it's really mixed feelings when we're leaving this place. But it's very hard to not bring one flea in the car, because if we have one flea in the car and it goes up to the roof, then this will be hell.
With 250,000 residents, Timișoara is one of Romania's largest cities and was recently awarded European Capital of Culture. Here, we found a workshop where we could leave our struggling Lada Niva for a few days. And we took that chance to meet up with Kodrin, a local from our community, to explore forgotten landmarks in his hometown. Once a vibrant melting pot of cultures, parts of Timișoara's rich heritage are now crumbling away. Some historic buildings stand in decay, with their stories on the brink of being lost forever, just like the synagogue we aimed to capture before it could vanish. We were lucky because access was much smoother than expected.
So very close to the place of the car mechanic, we spotted this abandoned synagogue and we weren't sure if we could get inside because all the windows seemed to be sealed. But then we just tried the door and the door was unlocked.
Completed in 1899, after 2 years of construction, this synagogue was an architectural masterpiece in a city renowned for its rich ornamented buildings. But history took a cruel turn. World War II uprooted the Jewish community, and under communist rule, mass emigration left this grand house of worship without prayers. By 1985, its doors were shut and decay set in.
This is looking dangerous here.
In the years that followed, vandals stripped the synagogue of priceless artifacts and furniture, leaving behind only fading echoes of its past.
We are whispering most of the time because we are next to a busy street and it's Monday morning and there are a lot of factories around here in the middle of the city. So the people are going to work and are passing by the street here. And I think if they hear us talking, I don't know, I'm not sure if they would call the police.
Very complex instrument. Yeah. It's very bizarre because there are German words everywhere. So Geige, for example, means violin. Covered in paper. Really? Yeah. Look, they're all covered in paper. This one says 1896, 97. Yeah. Do you know what's written? Ah, no. Actually, I can read what's written. It's German. Yeah. Inside this forgotten monument, we marveled at the fading beauty no one is allowed to witness anymore. Hebrew inscriptions of faith still cling to crumbling walls, while beams of sunlight pierce through stained glass windows, illuminating cobwebs and gaping holes in the structure. After decades of abandonment, ownership passed from one institution to another, each with plans for restoration. Yet every effort collapsed under financial strain. Today, this synagogue stands as Romania's only entry on the World Monuments Fund's watch list of the most endangered historic sites. While funding has now been secured for basic preservation, its future remains uncertain. Losing a landmark like this would mean more than just the collapse of walls. It would erase a piece of local history and strip away yet another fragment of cultural identity. Something this city has already lost far too much of. After our exploration, we hopped on the train back to the farm. And somehow we ended up in the middle of this village festival close by. Just when we thought the day couldn't get any better, we were even offered the ride home. And by that, I mean the literal ride. We had to admit, this horse-drawn carriage was more reliable than our Lada these days.
Bine așa.
Merci.
Mulțumiți, băieți. dass ihr nochmal nach Rumänien kommen sollt. Also
Das
nochmal hier.
machen wir liebend gerne.
Auf jeden
Vielen Dank
Fall.
für die Fahrt, sag Ihnen das.
Vielen
Das
Dank.
war sehr schön.
Zice mulțumesc pentru drum.
Heute Morgen beim Essen, die Schweine haben sich geprügelt und der wurde von anderen gebissen. Stark hat er geschrien und dann ist runtergefallen und dann habe ich Hals abgeschnitten.
Hat sich zu sehr verletzt. Und deswegen
Ja, ja.
musstest du das machen.
Ja.
So the nice thing is we have internet here, we have power here, so we can not only charge our stuff but also edit our videos. But we have one big problem because a big part of our video editing is the voiceover. And Till is preparing like his booth, like a studio.
Even at home I'm using my closet because the clothes, it's nice isolation for the sound. And here I kind of have to improvise. Ihr seid jetzt mal die Tonaufnahme. Kommt dann hier so hin. Und dann kann ich Sachen erzählen. Ba, 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 ba. Geht schon. Müssen wir mal gucken. There are untold stories everywhere. But curiosity. Einmal Wasser?
Nö.
Wie soll ich hier arbeiten? Viel zu heiß. Das geht jetzt 2 Stunden so.
Und wir haben noch ein zweites Video, was du vertonen müsstest.
Es gibt Stimmenlockerungsübungen. Hello comrades, today we are exploring big Russian countryside. Wie wär's, wenn ich dieses Video mit Akzent mache? There are untold stories everywhere. With curiosity and open eyes, there is a lot to discover hidden in plain sight. Jetzt Französisch. During our travels, we stumbled across this deserted site. Intrigued by it, our goal was to find out why the premises has been abandoned and what happened to the family. Jetzt Deutsch. At first, this was the country house of Italian nobles. Later, it was turned into a wine-growing estate. Spanisch. Oh, wie geht das? Lovers of art. Lovers as art. Lovers of art are coming here to explore the Italian culture amidst rolling hills.
After 2 days of killing time, the call we were awaiting finally came. The mechanic had news, and we could only hope it was the kind we wanted to hear.
Alo, bună, domnul Delu!
Bună! Se gata mașina?
Da, super!
Da. Mâine seara.
Der kommt nur morgen Abend hier. Auto ist fertig, aber er kommt nur morgen Abend hier. Na bine, mulțumesc! Sănătate! So, ist fertig, 800 Lei total. Mit Arbeitslohn und alles.
Krass, okay, sehr gut. Super gut, ja.
Guter Preis.
Finally, our car was fixed and we were almost ready to continue our road trip. Almost. Because before we could leave, we had one last battle to fight. Against an army of fleas. And they were winning. By now, dozens of new bites kept appearing on my body every day, and I was slowly losing my mind. Completely unaware, the farm dogs had turned into walking flea dispensers. So before packing up, we armed ourselves with flea spray and launched a full-scale counterattack. And just to be sure, we doubled down on every precaution we could think of to win this war.
So that's pretty much all of our clothes we have on this trip.
Before we leave this place, which is hopefully tomorrow, we have to be sure that there is no that there are no fleas on our stuff, because that's a big problem here. As it turned out, it's like a big flea pandemic at the moment. It would pretty much suck to have them with us on our trip when we leave. I mean, it would be probably a reason to abort this whole trip when we have like fleas in our roof tent and like in the car. That's why we are making sure to get rid of these. We put hot water on our stuff, on our clothes, and apparently this hot water is going to kill them. In the meantime, because we don't have any stuff, we borrowed like a few things. That's like my Balkan outfit now. I'm really representing the Balkans now.
It's about 300 by now.
300 bites.
Yeah, look at my legs. Marco doesn't care at all, but I've got, yesterday I counted, it's 57 on the left leg going all around the ankle. Some 40 something on the right leg, and it started here a few days ago. Now it goes up my leg, my tummy, my back, even the neck, and it's really sucks. Yesterday I even slept on the floor to not sleep in the bed, but they still found me.
And here it comes. Ciao.
Der macht euch.
Der mag uns.
Ja, ja, so als Personen, ne? So als Menschen.
Okay guys, that's the moment of truth. We just showered ourselves, washed everything we've got, and ran from the shower into the car. I've got flu bites everywhere. That's Marco, he's entering the car very soon. You're sure? 100%?
Yes. I've checked my legs like 100 times. Tschüss Maria. Alles Gute. Viel Erfolg.
Welche Himmelsrichtung?
Back on the road.
Back on the road, flea free.
Let's see for how long this car is driving now.
With the Lada back in action, we hit the road once more, ready to chase the next forgotten place, the next untold story, and the next unexpected challenge waiting just around the bend. Join us as the journey continues in the upcoming episodes of our Romania Detours. The best is yet to come. I told you next time I'm checking in, it's going to be from Brazil, so here we are. The last 4 weeks we've been traveling through the northeast of the country. Our photographer friend Kati speaks the language, knows Brazil inside out, translates and gives us exclusive access to incredible stories. Without her, this trip wouldn't be possible at all. We already experienced a lot, and our heads can't really keep up because so much has happened these last weeks. We visited communities and learned about their history and way of life, saw unique landscapes, lost ourselves in the hustle and bustle of the cities, visited environmental and marine conservation projects, and immersed ourselves in the scandalous history of several environmental sins and the fates of the people involved. If you want to find out more about this whole project we are doing here in Brazil, you can find the link to the project website in the video description. And if you want to be here live with us, you can follow our Telegram channel. All you need to do for this is support us with at least $1 on Patreon. This form of support is the most important one to us and our project because it allows us to stay completely independent from companies and sponsors and design our content exactly the way we want. This whole trip is way more intense than we thought, and so we are busy pretty much every day. This means that also the video production is a bit delayed, but I can promise to you that the Romania videos which are coming now are gonna be epic.